Okay, I wanted to talk to you today about how my life didn't turn out like I thought it would, but I keep trying to reinvent myself and do better with it. So basically, I'm an older single. I was married once years ago. Different traumatic reasons probably why I never seemed to pick the right guy, having to do with childhood. I minored in psychology, majored in journalism, have read all kinds of self-help books and tapes, and been in various counseling sessions and such. And so I've kind of figured out what I've done wrong in my life, and I'm kind of old now. I'm older, plus older. So, but basically, I could still meet the right guy at my age. There's a lot of available men that are much older also, but I'm in a town where there's a lot of women too. So, but compared to the men, basically for different reasons, socioeconomic has to do with a lot of reasons. I'll get into a lot more details later on different things. But anyway, I joined this challenge with, it's a free 3-day challenge with Aaron Doherty and Victor Odo and Matt Schaefer. They're three of my really inspiring leaders on thought leaders and spiritual growth. And I've been through a lot. The last few years, I lost my favorite brother to cancer. He was special needs, had all kinds of issues growing up. He was officially mentally, had mental retardation, I guess I should say, and epilepsy, tubular fibrosis, all kinds of things. But he was a great person and lots of fun. Everybody loved him at his different schools and jobs and everything. And so when he passed away a few years back, then I lost my other cat, Oscar, to that was elderly just a few days after that. I kind of knew that he was going to. I didn't know he was going to go quite that quickly, but it was really a bad time for me. I raced out and got this cat that I've had now for quite a while, and he's moved with me different places. He's indoor, outdoor. He's a little bit, he's like a domesticated feral, but he's helped me a lot. I have a wonderful dog that I got to replace my, well, I shouldn't say replace, but I mean, it was like a void. When you're an older single, you have your animals to help you when you're going through a lot of changes with your jobs and careers and your goals and your dreams and your disappointments and how your life didn't turn out like you thought it would. So you're trying to do the best you can with everything. So, and my little dog is Tony. He's a doll, and I named him after the Tony Awards because my other cat was named Oscar after the Oscar Awards, and my other dog was named Emmy because those were three things I've always dreamed of winning. But I didn't have the courage to actually go into acting until 2003, and I was already in my 40s by then, although I did do musicals and all that growing up. So, but basically, the acting kind of opens up all your chakras, and you take all these different classes. I've had several different techniques and classes that I've taken and studied several different ways of doing acting, and then there's improv, and there's Conrad method, and it's kind of like more like organic. And then there's like Stella Adler, which is more like about the place, but you're being interviewed as the character, and there's all kinds of, but it's all you really. And I'm going to put together the acting class, but also self-improvement class, because I know I'm not the only woman or man. I know there's men that go through this too, that are out there, and they, for whatever reason, they're older, they never found the right person, although we may have dated a lot. When I was a lot younger and cuter and slim and everything, I had a lot of different boyfriends and dated. I was married once, but when you go through some traumatic things from your childhood, you often choose the wrong person. You're looking to replace your the parent that was always the problem case for you. That's the cat. So basically, I've really done a lot of self-growth. The only narcissist in my life now is my cat. But my dog is wonderful. Well, my cat is too. He's so loyal, you know, and he's wonderful. He's been out plenty today. We were kind of stuck in here for a few days with this glacier that came through Dallas, Texas, where I'm from. I've lived in Austin before too. They even have some icy stuff there too, but nothing like here. But we've never had one ever since I've known it to last this long. And but I've lived in LA on and off too, and even went upside down in the ice storm one time. I dislocated a shoulder one time when I had moved back from California. And yes, I have moved back and forth with pets from California back, pursuing my dreams as an actor. You're in a car a lot, and you have a lot of time to think about your life. I've been a substitute teacher on and off for 20 years. I keep going in and out of selling insurance, which is not really my passion. It's gotten to the point where people buy so much of that directly online now. Recently, I've been like a cashier. I caught the bartender bug. But when I first moved to LA, I thought I might do more screenwriting, but I found out quickly that that was a lot harder than I thought it would be. But I did do a lot of writing as a staff writer at newspapers, and I've had definitely a life where I have all kinds of things I could write about. But what I really was noticing when I used to listen to Aaron Doughty's videos, how he just shared so much of his life, and really it sort of was therapeutic for him, I could tell, as well as the audience. That's my cat. So, and then through him, I started watching Matt Schaefer's videos, which were so helpful, which made me so much more optimistic about finding the right man, which after everything I went through, you kind of start to give up, but I still have hope of that. And I'm picky though, you know, and you have to be. You can't, when you haven't worked through a lot of issues, sometimes you still attract people that are just not right for you on that level. They might be okay as a friend though, or something, or somebody to work with, you know, but when you get to be my age, friendship is kind of almost more important than anything. And, but that's a little bit about me, and but I do want to explore my personal growth and how I got through some dark times. I did listen to a lot of different other things, and I did, when I lost my brother, I did a lot of praying and meditating, and basically a lot of programs that I did online, and then especially during the pandemic, a lot of healing programs. I'll be referencing a lot of them in the future, and books I've read that have helped me. And as you continue, it's like they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And so one book will come to you when you need it, and then later on you need more. It's personal growth. And I have always actually been involved in personal growth for myself. I certainly have spent a lot of money, like I said, on books and tapes, and you know, just basically studying personal growth and how it affects us, as far as basically whether you engage in personal growth or not affects you. In other words, if you just ignore your problems and keep stuffing them down, then you'll try to replace them with, you know, snacks or food, you know, or drinks, or just basically clutter, things you don't need anymore. And I think I've collected jobs and careers too sometimes like that, even though, say, I'm having a hard time getting those kind of, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and wind it up for now, but basically I want to go into a personal journey and help other people along with it, to see that. And you can even like ask me questions that go into different subjects, and maybe we can have some Q&As online in the future, and we can explore how to maybe get the jobs we want, or find the relationships we want, how to get over our past, you know, and how we can kind of just be happy anyway. I guess that's my theme for today. Let's just be happy anyway, okay? I mean, I don't, you could sit up all night and think about all the things you're worried about, bills, whatever. I mean, I can do it. We can do, a lot of people out there I know can do it, especially after what we've all been through. We might have been through some gaslighting, but I think that's been going on since the beginning of time, because I started out in the news business, and when I was in that young, right out of journalism school, some young guy running for state senator, I can't remember who it was, because it was one of these things where lots of journalists and state senators were here, and they actually even held it at my high school that I went to here in Dallas. But he said to me, it's hard to find the truth, because we started talking about the truth, and I said so many times I have to just put things in quotes and say, they said this, and a lot of times they would just say no comment. But I remember what he told me. He said, always put, whoever said no comment, be sure and go ahead and put their full name in, and their, you know, what their title is, if they're senator or someone else in government office, or just anyone in a job or corporate setting. But basically, most people that really know what's really going on are probably not going to ever be able to tell the media the whole truth, if any of the truth. And sometimes the media is going to be the last to know, just like, you know, if your boyfriend or husband or somebody's running around on you, you're going to be the last one to find out. Or in the case of men, you know, with their wives or whatever, their girlfriends. But, and then the people that are above those people are not going to come through. And maybe there's a lot of reasons that we don't know. Maybe a lot of things happen for the best. Maybe we just live in a world that's so scary, but it's not. If we believe, I'm a Catholic, but I'm a Christian, but if we have a spiritual growth and have a lot of faith, but maybe there's a lot of things that go on in the world that are beyond our control, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So what we can control our own little world and be happy anyway. And if we don't like our current setting, we can change it. We'll be financially challenged. And I notice as I've gotten older, I get more set in my ways. And I wish I had been a little more like this when I was younger. But I was busy helping my mom fight cancer when I sold insurance, which was, and sometimes it was kind of a interesting job. It's on strictly commission, but I was able to meet with people, you know, at their convenience or my convenience, and then work it around taking my mom to the hospital and different things that we needed to do. But my mom was a wonderful person in many ways, because she could look at different situations, and she still lived to be 80 with it. And we would go skiing, like at Angel Fire sometimes, when it would go, her cancer went into remission and different things. So she had a nice, cheerful resolve about life. So that's all. I just feel like I have a lot to share with people, since I've learned so many things the hard way in life, like a lot of us have. And maybe I can kind of save some people some time and money and energy regarding all these different jobs and careers I've had, or different mistakes I think I might have made in dating, or choices I've made. And then ultimately we have to kind of choose our own path in many ways, but sometimes we can learn from other people's mistakes too, I think. So, okay, well, thank you and have a great day.